Ready?
Hey, careful! He kicks me.
Hi everyone,
Balls.
we're back doing more D&D.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Good.
Kind of preoccupied at the moment.
Well, first, before Wolf reads the extensive adventure log,
I I don't know how I'm going to read it, to be honest.
you can bring it up on your
Huh.
computer. You just read it from the floor or whatever. We have not adventure log, ominous interlude for one of the player characters.
Sean has to do something.
Are you talking to someone, Wolf?
My niece. Come on. Okay, hold on. I think she's getting off now. 1 sec.
Let me know when you're ready.
Okay. Yeah, she decided to forfeit my chair back. So.
Okay. 1 sec. I forgot to share the link. There it is.
Am I reading a warning or a threat?
No, you're reading the adventure log after that from last session.
There we do it.
I'm doing the interlude. I'm doing the interlude first. I just am sending out the stream stuff to the people I link the stream to. Okay. Here we go.
Which one?
I'm reading first, and then
Oh,
you
okay.
read the adventure log. Okay. This is a warning or a threat. The darkly cloaked figure walked leisurely down the streets of the Zoludal Empire's capital, with a specific destination in mind. Their face was obscured by the thick fur-lined cloak, which wasn't as an abnormal piece of attire for the cooler winter months in the southern region. Just a stone's throw across the pond away from the coldest continent in the world, after all. Making it to the fairly nice home in the evening hours, a pale hand reached up to rap on the door. The setting sun to the figure's back as it opened to reveal a scrawny, nondescript human man on the other side. He tilted his head curiously and said, "Can I help you?" A smooth, charming man's voice spoke from below the cloak's hood. "Pardon the late intrusion. Would this perhaps be the home of a half-orc who goes by the name of Maureen?" The man within the home blinked in surprise. "Well, yes and no. Maureen has a home of her own in town, but I am her father. She hasn't been in town for a few months or so, as far as I know." The head under the hood tilts as if looking at the man analytically. "So you're Henry, then? I see Maureen must take more in appearance after her mother." Henry blinks and says, "So you've met my daughter?" The man in the cloak says, "Well, not personally, but I come on her behalf, I suppose." Henry's eyes grow worried. "What do you mean? Is she all right?" "Henry, who's at the door?" A gruff woman's voice calls as a strong-looking orc woman approaches the door to stand behind her husband and look at the man in the cloak suspiciously. "Ah, this must be Urzul. Your daughter is the near spitting image of you, my lady," the man in the cloak says charmingly. Henry still looks worried. He says he's here about Maureen. "Sir, what do you mean by that? Is our daughter okay?" The man sighs. "At the moment she is well, but I'm afraid she won't be for much longer. I do fear she'll meet an untimely end in the near future." Henry's eyes widen. What? What does that mean?" Urzul's eyes, however, narrow guardedly. Who are you? Copper eyes began to illuminate from below the hood of the cloak. Well, why simple, Sir Henry? I mean, soon your daughter and her friends will have to answer to me. The eyes then turned to Urzul. And you, my lovely, may call me Dee. Urzul's eyes harden as she reaches for the spiked club that rested by the door, and with a roar went to swing at the man who threatened her daughter. But before she could make contact, there was a blinding flash of light, and the three were gone. No sign of them anywhere near the open door to Maureen's childhood home.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, a silver-tongued devil.
Hmm.
Good to see you, Wingmancer. Now Wolf can read the adventure log.
I don't see
Ep-
anything with
ep-
adventure on
The
it.
third one down, episode 7, adventure log.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
Mm.
Fucking hell, that's long.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
contributed to most of it, so.
fair point. Just 2 seconds before I get into it.
Yeah. Let's see what dice we have for today. If I can get untied, Jesus. Yeah. We've got purple and like magenta. And crystally blue.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Give it.
Following the group's rescue of Cyrex and detainment of the woman who dragon napped her, the group sets out to pursue the High Priestess card, bearing in mind all the new information they have obtained from the woman who has hired to stop them, or at least delay them, by this so-called D, who was reversing the Arcana for some unknown purpose. Upon arriving in the dense swords of the Khanid dynasty,
Painted.
Khanid dynasty, the group hears the approach of a beautiful flute music and are soon greeted by a friendly and strange traveling tradesman named Adam.
Adam.
Adam, gee,
Two
and
ways.
his unique companions, a giant blue viper named Adim,
Mhm.
and a fearsome-looking dire tigress named Amara. After a bit of pleasant conversation, Adam offers to escort the group on his flying carpet so they can enjoy some lunch, which he cooks on a bit of a floating fire in the air as they go. Soon enough, the party stops to set up camp, and dinner is served before the group starts to retire for the night. As the group is getting ready for bed, a familiar-looking blink dog appears before them with a bag of money, as thanks for protecting her from the Placer Beast back in,
Zethia.
thank you, the Zetia Dynasty before disappearing again. After spending a couple of hours haggling for items from Adam, with the group's newfound fortune, Adam stays up the whole night, though Xana chooses to forego her watch for some much-needed brain-restoring sleep. She's got blueprints to make after all. Everyone else, however, takes their normal watch that night. Through the night, mostly casual conversations with those on watch and Adam take place with little of note. Gibby chats idly with Adam. Maureen asks Adam how he learned to do all that enchanting stuff, and Adam explains that he just picked it up through the trade of his travels. He asks how long she's been training in the art of unarmed farting. Maureen responds, I've been brawling since I was a kid. Always got into trouble for it. Adam concedes that he could not see that she would have been like that as a child. Could see that she would have been like that as a child, as Maureen had quite the spirit in her. During Tia Manicus watch, however, the discussion is a little deeper. Adam comments on Ty's dutiful protection of Zana as he sits guard outside her tent. He responds that his job is to protect her. Adam asks if he means he was hired to protect her, and Ty responds that would be a fair assessment to make. Adam nods, saying it is a noble profession to protect others, and gives Ty his respect. After a moment and checking to make sure no one was awake to hear this, Ty looks at Adam and asks in a serious and almost scared voice, Do you know who I am? Adam answers that while this is the first time they've met in person, Adam doesn't have a bit of information about who Ty is. Ty asks to what degree, and Adam responds to the degree to know your connection to the lit one and where you've been. Who are you? Ty then asks in a guarded voice. Adam smiles and repeats that his name is Adam and he's a traveling tradesman, which doesn't answer Ty's real question, but isn't a direct lie either. After a moment of pause, Ty says, I haven't been here long. How is this information about me so easily known by you? Adam responds, Well, information about you is not generally well known, but Adam has connections. That doesn't answer my question, though. Ty responds without missing a beat. Adam concedes and explains that Adam is not what he appears, that Adam is old, very old, that he been places and heard many things. At this moment, Ty realizes he's heard about this man back where he was from, about a strange man, a traveling tradesman who generally wanders the material plane, though he has been known to be seen in other planes as well with his two animals, whose power seems to be beyond comprehension, but no one knows what he is. Upon this realization, Ty mutters, Son of a bitch. Adam jokingly condemns his language while asking about what it was about. Ty responds, Let's just say I'm glad I didn't attack your pet before. After after a bit of discussion about how bad of an idea that would have been, Adam says it was fair enough to be suspicious. Suspicious can be beneficial in some situations, yet incredibly device in others. And it's good to not slam down the hammer without evidence to need to do. Ty then explains that where he's from, that would be a very stupid statement. Adam smiles, well, where you are from perhaps, however, it's much less harsh here, much more good around. Old habits die extremely hard, Ty responds. Adam chuckles a bit as though he knows that all too well, then says, Adam knows it takes time and much effort to break old change, but I know it can be done if you put in the effort. Ty bleakly responds that it doesn't make much difference in the end. When Adam inquires what he means by that, Ty replies, Ty
Replies.
respond, yeah, responds, it matters not. Adam replies, it clearly matters to Ty, but it won't push as they are new friends. However, Adam explains that Adam has seen a lot of good and a lot of bad, but there is always hope. That hope is one thing that can keep the world going. Ty responds that hope is more fragile than a piece of glass. Adam Adam replies that it can be more durable than the strongest diamonds. It just depends how much you put into it. If you know where I'm from, then you know that hope is a laughable concept, Ty explains. Adon looks at him knowingly and responds, To some, then again, the idea of you being where you are now, could that be a laughable back then, couldn't it? Ty pauses for a moment before responding, I guess you're right. Adam is not here to lecture Adam, just not like to see friends with bleak outlooks. This is always good to take a moment, look around, get a second opinion, or reassess how you view the world, and the world might change. Ty says, This world matters not to me. It has no meaning to me. Adam looks at Ty knowingly and says that he was not speaking in the literal of the world as in the planet, more than can be the world to someone. Ty falls silent as he processes what Adam said. Seeing the conversation had pretty much concluded, he offers Ty some tea, then ends with Adam will not press any further. Just try to remember to enjoy the moment, though they are fleeting. They last in memories. Then returns to tending to the fire for the night. Next day is torrential downpouring, but the group continues towards the card under the protection of Adam's rain shield.
Mhm.
After a while of traveling, and the ping leading them to the card getting stronger and stronger, they notice they seem to have passed its location as the ping starts getting weaker behind them. The group stops to search the area, and after noticing Adam watching them with a annoyed smirk, Ghibli says, "You know what we're searching for, don't you?" Adam says he had a suspicion and he knows what it is in this area and directs them towards the last remaining entrance away south of that spot. After that, he departs from the group, wishing them luck. The group follows Adam's directions south and soon hear the sound of a pan flute music, and everyone in the party except for Gibby and Spencer start hypnotically following the music as they fall under its compulsion. Gibby recognizes this little trick as probably that of his satyr. Starts marching towards the sound at velocity because he's a dwarf. Of everyone, the music stops as the creature tries to get away, but is soon cornered by Spencer. It is indeed a satyr, a female one, oddly enough. Gibby asks her to explain herself. She says it's nothing personal, but she's just doing her job. Gibby asks what the job is, and she responds that it keep all ill doers away from the which is hidden. Gibby tries to explain to her that they are not seeking to do harm to the cards, and she appears resistant to this notion. Gibby shows her the hermit card to try to prove their honesty to her. The woman accuses this evidence as a way to con her by showing her a card they had yet to corrupt. Before pausing as her eyes cause unfocus, like she's listening to something no one else can hear, after a moment she refocuses and says, "You seek the entrance, follow me." She then leads them back southwards to a mound of earth with an old disguised door. She then explains that she used both the initial precaution and the key. Then places her hand on the door and says, "I open eyes and ears to the world, for all is known that is sacred." And the doors flash brightly, then opens. She then lets them head down the tunnel within, saying, "This was only the second precaution. Tunnel leads down a ways, eventually evolving from dirt to stone, and soon they come upon what looked like to be an old abandoned underground library, with four entrances. All three others besides the one they entered through, however, were caved in, and in the center of the room was a platform with a pedestal, atop which sat a closed glowing leather bound tome. What further precautions did the High Priestess put in place to protect her card? Does the group have any chance of saving the tarot cards before the work can be further corrupted? What what dark past has left Time Anarchist with such a bleak and despaired outlook? And finally, what the fuck is Adam?
I don't think that's the word fuck there.
No, it says right there. Hell. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna mute because I need to eat.
Okay. So, on to the roll 20. You all see what the map shows. There is a fairly disheveled, abandoned underground library with books scattered about. Most of the shelves still have books or scrolls upon them. And in the center of the room, on top this little platform, is a pedestal with a closed, glowing leather tome. What do you do?
Hmm.
Hmm.
For roll 20 to load for me because I forgot
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. Y'all just stand there in awe.
We're gonna walk up to the book in the middle of the.
Okay. The book appears very, very old but well preserved. Like there's not really any scuffing on the binding or the cover on either side. However, you can tell just by looking at it that the pages inside are very, very old, like papyrus paper.
Mhm.
Goodness.
You're just gonna look back at Zana because he's sure she'll have more insight into this than he will.
Check for traps.
You want to check for traps?
Yeah,
Roll search.
because she specifically said that there was more precautions.
Oh yeah, yeah, the satyr, yeah. You see no traps.
Knowledge Arcana.
Yeah. Go for it. What specifically are you trying to figure out with that?
If this is like a way to get the card, or if
If
there's
like you've heard
spell work
anything
on
about
this
what
book.
protects card. Okay.
Yeah, or if
Yeah.
this book is bespelled.
Yeah. You can tell pretty easily that the book has some kind of magic on it just based on the fact that it's glowing. And for it to glow to the eyes of those who aren't even magically attuned, like Maureen and Diamandicus, means it's very powerful magic, like deific magic, basically. If you want, you can use spellcraft to try to figure out what kind of magic is on it.
I'm not good with that, but sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Again, you can tell it's extremely powerful magic. But you don't know specifically what school like enchantment bleh, different schools of magic there are. But with that knowledge arcana roll, you can tell it doesn't seem the magic on the book is intended to harm, just shield. It's not meant to like attack anyone who tries to touch the book or anything. It's just some sort of like warding, but not a violent one.
I know nothing about this. Other than the book's warded.
Is
Yeah.
the book readable?
If you try to open it, it's currently closed.
Oh,
The
okay.
cover. Does anyone speak Celestial?
Not me.
Not me.
I figured not. If not,
I'm opening Gibby's thing because it's taking forever
Yeah.
to load.
oh, okay.
Uh,
Gibby does not
No.
either. No one speaks Celestial. There is Celestial writing on the cover, but you can't read it unless you have like a comprehend language type thing.
I got none. I mean, these trials don't usually start without something us doing something. Gibby will go ahead and open the book.
Okay. You open the book, and the leather, again, it's so old, but it looks like it's barely ever been touched, so the leather even creaks a bit as the binding bends to open. And the first page, at first glance, appears blank. However, light, like the page starts to light up with words, like glowing words. And the words almost seem to like float off the page, and everyone can see like a hologram kind of situation, but magic. And it says in everyone's native language, like it's subject to the person whoever's most comfortable with that language. It reads, "To gain the treasure you wish to see, you must answer riddles 3. 5 are given. Think with clarity. Knowledge is shared when answers have verity."
So the riddles have more than one answer, potentially.
Potentially.
Yeah.
For those who might not know exactly the meaning of verity, because I had to Google this word, verity is basically same I cannot talk today, goddamn. It's the same source of word as like verify. So
Confirmation.
it's not so much, yeah, it's like true kind of thing. Let me just double check because I might be talking on my ass.
No, it is truth.
Yeah, dictionary. Yeah,
A
so
true principle or belief, especially one of fundamental importance. words.
Yes.
Also secondary meaning truth.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, it means basically when you answer correctly, knowledge is shared, kind of thing. I guess. But yeah, and then on the page, not with the floating words, there's a little arrow that points for like turn the page. Basically, turn the page to get the first riddle.
Oh, turning the page.
Okay. The floating words disappear as new ones take their place. And this reads again in the same language for each person, their native one. It says, which word in the common dictionary, meaning common language, is always spelled incorrectly?
I already know the answer for that.
Yeah, no metagaming.
So
I'm
we
pretty
can't
sure you know
Google
most
it?
of these.
Zana's the
No, do not
smartest
Google.
person in the party.
Yeah. You can roll intelligence check.
Let's
And
watch
people
Zana
can,
get it
and people with
completely
positive
wrong.
intelligences can, like, if they don't want to like role play, try to figure it out, you can just assist with an intelligence roll if you have a positive modifier.
Yeah,
I do
time out is
not.
an absolute murder.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, with that, I would think Zana thinks she knows what the answer is, but she's not sure.
Okay.
I would guess for a 10.
Yeah, you're like, it could be.
I can try rolling.
Yeah, go for it. The only person with a positive intelligence. We got two dum dums.
Yeah.
Maureen doesn't. She hits things. Neats.
Yeah.
God damn it! Same roll.
Hey, I ask a question.
Yeah.
Is that interlude gonna play into anything we're doing at all, or?
Maybe eventually.
Oh, I
Not
just
specifically
okay.
today, but yeah.
I just
Yeah, I
didn't
know.
know if those apply to.
Yeah. Basically, things that are campaign relevant and are like, meanwhile, over here, they actually happen in the campaign, just not where you are.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Like I said, I can have multiple meanings, and I have an idea in my head too.
Well, offer up the idea. You guys can also role play discuss to try to figure it out.
Incorrectly. It would be like, because multiple meanings is spelled incorrectly. Incorrectly is spelled incorrectly.
Yeah.
Between the two of you,
Matter
figure
of
that
fact,
out. Yeah.
That's the only word in the
Yeah,
Common
obviously.
Dictionary that is always spelled incorrectly.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay. So once you two have decided on incorrectly as being your answer, oh, what the fuck? What happened?
What
Hello?
happened with what?
I heard someone
What?
drop. I didn't.
Somebody
I don't know.
drop. Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
Pug.
Pug's dropping in and out.
Was not me.
No, yeah, I
And
saw
I'm
it
in
was Pug.
streamer mode, so I can't hear anything.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm explaining. Pug, you good?
Yeah, my Discord ping went to shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Nope, Ty doesn't have a Scooby.
so yeah, with Zana and Gibby kind of contemplating and stuff, they're like, oh, and one of you, doesn't matter who, can announce your answer is incorrectly. The words will glow for a moment as if your answer is being considered. And then a little check mark appears over the words, a green check mark. And y'all hear this woman's voice, this cool, very almost unemotional in how calm it sounds, say, correct. And the little arrow appears to flip the page.
Flip.
Flip. All right. And this one says, what disappears as soon as you say its name?
I know the answer to that one.
I know
too.
you
I
do. You
also
probably
know
know
this. I know the answer to this one.
Well, let's let the other two try to guess if they don't know it. Metagame knowledge. Either Time Manicus or Maureen have any ideas? Just
I do
themselves?
outside of game, but
Yeah, you can
I do.
guess it if you have an idea, yeah.
oh,
I'll
You can
see
offer
if
up
he.
your suggestion.
Oh,
Time Manicus knows exactly
I've
what the
heard
answer
this
is.
one.
Something one of
He's
the
heard
viewers
that
from
one
said.
yeah.
before.
The answer is silence.
And Time Manicus just immediately is like, oh yeah, silence. And
well
little
then
check mark appears. Oh,
I would have been wrong anyway.
what was your idea?
My idea was words.
Hmm.
Could have been right.
Yeah, I guess, you say them and they've been said kind of thing. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
All right. And that same check mark appears and same, almost like a recording. Voice says correct. And just marking which ones I've read.
That nat 20 is going to bite me later on.
Right.
Right? You're gonna get a 1 later. um, so the next one, a bit longer, as you flip the page, I assume, Flip.
is as follows. A girl has as many brothers as sisters, but each brother has only half as many brothers as sisters. How many brothers and sisters are there in the family?
Marine's just over in the corner drooling and just sparks coming out of her head.
Smoke coming out of her ears.
Yeah.
Can you repeat that one, please?
I'll copy and paste the wording of it.
A
Okay.
sister has many brothers as she does sisters, but a brother has many brothers as she does sisters, but a brother has half the amount. Was that what it said?
I posted the wording in the Discord. Was money the answer you thought of for the last riddle, Winglancer? What does Spears, as soon as you say its name? Yeah. You don't have to say its name for it to disappear if there's no one around. Because if someone's around, it'll disappear for sure. Hey, I've got money. Oh, no, I don't.
Hmm.
Take a move.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah,
Anyone else
it
think
just
they can
took me
figure it
a
out?
second.
Yeah.
Because this one could
Sure.
have multiple answers. Oh no. No.
Could it?
Oh, wait a second. Oh yeah. I got it.
Anyone else want
I'm
to try, or do you
gonna
want to do it now?
roll.
I'm
Zana has no fucking idea what it is.
I mean, if you role play it and you figure it out and you're not metagaming, I'll let you do it as yourself rather than having to roll. The role is just like if you
Zana's-
yourself as the player can't figure it out, because it gies you a chance for your character
Zana
to
is
figure it out.
sitting there working it out on her fingers, okay?
Half as many.
Next to
I
Marine
think I need more
drooling.
fingers for this.
She's just working it out next to Marine, who's just
brain fried. I'm trying to.
Artist is face palming.
I'm trying to.
Timanticus is like, nope. Throws his hands up, walks away.
Trying to think. My brain.
I solved it in real life.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do
And
here.
I have no idea
Yeah.
how I would even role play that process out because it was
You
a
don't
thought
have to
process.
role play the figuring it out, but if you as the player figure it out your character can know the answer. The int checks are just if you, the player, can't figure it out because, like, the situation, I'm not as smart as my character kind of thing.
I'm not as smart as Zana.
You're
Artist
smarter
is
than
face
Ty.
palming. Can artist answer?
How?
Write it on the floor.
I don't know if the high priestess would be happy with you
No,
carving
no.
graffiti
In the dust.
in the what? On dust.
In the dust for
Okay.
Zana.
Yeah, I got it now.
Got it?
You do?
I
Yes.
think I do, but I'm probably wrong.
Okay.
I
Let's
I
put
can
the
s-
person with most doubt in first. What
Yep.
do you think it is?
Marine, what's your guess?
I don't even have one.
I think the answer there's 3 sisters and 2 brothers.
No,
No.
no. There's my guess would be there's 3 brothers and 4 sisters.
Ding ding ding.
No. Is it?
Marie,
Yeah, because if from the
Right.
sisters, from one of the sisters' point of views, she has 3 sisters and 3 brothers. From the brother's point of view, he has 2 brothers and 4 sisters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marine's answer is
Marine's answer is the 404
okay.
error.
Yeah,
Answer
okay,
not
so,
found.
I completely overlooked the girl's perspective. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah, between all of you going math, you eventually figure it out.
Yeah.
And the check mark appears and the voice says, correct. And arrow goes to the next page.
It's like a tiny little pat over fucking Marine's head. You tried.
You tried.
Like a magical little pat. You tried.
This is unrelated, but this came up the other day for me. Somebody shared this with me, and I have to share it with y'all.
Okay.
Oh my
No.
god.
Goodbye.
No.
No.